We're going to make the most delicious summertime dessert, which in my opinion is a peach crisp. Hi, welcome to Cake Mom. I'm Abby, this is Emery, that's Aaliyah, and on this channel I share with you guys some of my favorite tips and techniques, as well as recipes, to help you with your home baking projects. If you're new or haven't already, please consider subscribing to this channel and hitting that notifications bell so that you can see when I post my next video. So it is summertime, it is hot, but it is also the season of peaches, which are one of my top favorite fruits of all time. So we decided to do a healthier dessert out of peaches, which is a peach crisp, which if you don't know what that is, instead of having like your cobbler cakey peach deliciousness, you have a crumble topping made with oats, some flour, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of butter. Delicious, totally worth your time. So as always, the recipe will be in the description below, but here's everything you will need. Peaches, cold butter, whole wheat flour, old-fashioned rolled oats, brown sugar, cornstarch, lemon, honey, baking powder, and cinnamon. So we're gonna start with our peaches. Listen, you can do fresh or frozen, but you want them to be peeled and sliced up nice and chunky. I like them chunky. If you want it to be kind of disintegrated, go ahead and chop them up thin. And we're gonna start with stirring in our honey to our peaches. This aside and let the honey and the peaches kind of blend together because it'll pull out all the juice from the peaches. Next, we're going to make the crumb topping, which you'll want a little bit of a bigger bowl to do this in. So we're going to combine all of our dry ingredients except for the cornstarch and then cut in the cold butter, which I'm going to show you how to do that. Just like when you make a pie crust, we're gonna go ahead and cut this cold butter into little cubes so that it's easier to blend into our crumb topping. So I'm just going to take a knife, cut it this way, and then put that in your crumb topping. So the reason I always thought it was called cutting butter in is because my mom and my grandma always taught me to use 2 butter knives. So what you're trying to accomplish here is getting like a pea-sized crumble of butter. You still want some buttery chunks, but you want to blend it in a little bit with your other topping mixture. So you just take 2 butter knives and as you're stirring, kind of rub them together and it kind of breaks up the butter. Now, if you're in a big hurry, you can use your hands, or if you have a pastry cutter, which looks like this many-bladed little thing, you can use that, or you can use a fork. I do find the butter knives are the least messy and work better than a fork, but if you're trying to get it done, go ahead and get it with your hands. So our crumble topping is done. We're gonna set that aside and finish up our peaches. So now they've been sitting for a minute, we're going to add the lemon juice and the cornstarch, give it a really good toss, and then put it into our baking pan. You can use flour if you would prefer to use flour over cornstarch, but you need to add extra flour because cornstarch thickens it better. Now here we have an 8x8 glass baking dish. You can use whatever baking dish you prefer. I like my Pyrex glass 8x8 for this one. Just pour the peaches in. And now we're going to cover the top with the crumble topping. So now we're going to bake this at 375 degrees with your oven rack in the middle of your oven. And what you're looking for is for it to be nice and bubbly and juicy, but also lightly browned on the top. Should take anywhere from 20 to 25, depending on if you had fresh peaches or frozen peaches. It could take longer. So look for that nice brown top and that bubbly peach juice. That's how you know it's done. So there it is, our peach crisp. The wonderful thing about this dessert is it's super low cal, lots of fruit, not a lot of sugar, and you can make this even healthier if you want to. You can add some nuts to it, cut back on the sugar, more honey, whatever you want to do. Here's my recipe, so let's see how it tastes. So this is wonderful. It's great for your dinners or your lunches. It's super summery, soft peaches, crispy topping, just the right amount of sweetness. You just can't go wrong. Serve it with ice cream. Wonderful. It's perfect. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, you might also really like these healthy chocolate chip cookies over here, so go check those out. That recipe is really fun and super easy. And if you haven't yet, give this video a thumbs up, comment below because we want to hear from you, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so that you can see when I post my next video. Have a great one.